Namaste, beautiful friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Spiritual Wellness here for our weekly forecast. This is January 21st, but this reading is timeless. When it comes across your feed or somebody shares it with you, that's when you're meant to hear it. So however you find it, whenever you find it, that's when you're meant to hear it. So we're all on different timelines, so not every reading that I do is going to resonate for your timeline, but I feel like eventually the gist of it will. So I'm going to use the Quantum Oracle, like I always do for the energy forecast, and then I companion that with the Energy Oracle because they are just so similar in the energy of these decks. And then I'm going to use the Animal Tarot. Let's see, it's the Animal Tarot, and I don't use this card often. It's really kind of a pretty deck, but let's get started. I'm only using people, events, energy, and cycle. I usually don't use cycle unless we're in a new moon, but I'm going to pull for cycle anyway and see where we are. So let's get started. Please, if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. If you are a subscriber, I am greatly appreciative. My channel is growing very slowly, but I would really like to get to 1,000 subscribers so that we can start doing some fun live stuff together, but I can't do that on YouTube until I get to 1,000, and then we can do like Friday night wine nights and that kind of stuff. Okay, status quo. This is that's a number 2 card. 2s to me are choices, but sometimes it's okay to say, I just need things to stay the way they are right now so I can catch my breath. So status quo, and it kind of feels like playing it safe energy. It feels like it's just like, you know, right now there has been so much. I feel like this is after a wave of a lot of change, turbulence, transition, and it feels like it's just like, okay, I want to float. So I'm going to go back to the analogy of our fishbowl. Remember, we've had 2 fishbowls. One is the kind of that 3D. It got really murky, cloudy, and very toxic, and so some of us have relocated to this very clear fishbowl. And it's really funny because when I was shown that by my guides, apparently other readers have been shown that too, because I'm hearing more and more and more about the fishbowl. But we moved into this new fishbowl where there's clarity, and it's almost like we're now just kind of floating. We've got our little float, and we're just floating in our fishbowl, just saying, right now, I just need to be. So there's nothing wrong with that. So status quo. I'll put that right here, and I know I got to change my setup. I know, I hear you. All right, people, what's going on this week? Week starting January 21st, 2024, but I'm hearing 2023. So if it feels like this is almost a reading that somebody's going to find next year. And it's almost like somebody's still in 2023. I don't know why they said that. All right, let's see what's going on with people. Woohoo! New supportive connections. If you're in a fishbowl, you're only inviting people that are on the same frequency or supportive into your fishbowl because you don't want to pollute the water. This is new and supportive connections coming in because many of us have had to choose to kind of detach from some people in our lives in order to move to the new fishbowl. We're like in a new neighborhood, so we had to leave the old neighborhood behind, and now we're meeting our new neighbors. Won't you be my neighbor? Events. Let's see what could be happening this week. 2024 rocks right now. I don't know how you're experiencing it. Please let me know in the comments. But right now, it rocks. It's been a great year. Busy, complicated, but great. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to pull one. This one. Ooh, great achievements. All right, so we have status quo, new supportive connections, and great achievements. So these new supportive connections are going to help you really manifest the things that you've really been working on. Remember, I said 2024, the first part. After May, I think things are going to change. They're going to get bumpy. But I think this January to May just seems like things are going to glide on through, and you're going to manifest some of the things that you truly, truly have wanted for a long, long time. And you're going to come to the revelation of why certain things that you wanted before didn't work out. And you're going to say, I'm so glad, it worked out differently. All right, let's see about the energy. So far, very positive. We're just kind of coasting along, manifesting as we go, enjoying every moment, breathing in and being. All right. Joy is fun. Come on, this is a good week. Enjoy it. Embrace the joy. Cultivate joy. Intentionally go out and do something fun. If you haven't done something fun in a long time, now is the time. All right, I'm going to put these to the side here. See my cat's been on the table. There's a few cat hairs. Sorry if you see that. All right, let's pull from the Energy Oracle and see what's going on. I did pre-shuffle quite a bit, but I'll do it for you. Let's see what's coming in this week from the energies. I'll pull 3. I said bottom. Okay. Ooh. Uh-oh. Okay. All right, the first thing that comes in is these caring connections. Reiteration. This is a 14 card, which to me is a temperance. So they're very balanced. It's very flowy. The relationships are very flowy. They're, there's not a lot of resistance. They just kind of smooth along. So you've got some caring connections. But we do have some anxiety here, an 18 card. Now the 18 is the moon card. And that could be something that maybe is just kind of lingering latent in your energetic sphere. You may need to, it's kind of something that I'm feeling is just like energetically abrasive to you. Not really strong, but it's enough to say this is irritating. And then it's creating a little anxiety because maybe you can't figure out what it is, but for some reason, there's some anxiety and we need to figure out what that is. One here. And then we have adjacent possibilities, all these opportunities. And it feels like the doors that you thought were going to open for you really didn't, but that wasn't the path you were supposed to walk down anyway. So the doors that you're meant to go through will magically open. Maybe they haven't been open for you, or maybe they weren't even doors that you thought were there. There are no preconceived doors. There are no preconceived doors. These doors are like just coming along in this smooth energy, and they just kind of pop open. But you really didn't consider them before. They weren't doors that you were waiting to open, is what I'm trying to say. So no preconceived doors. These are new opportunities coming in. They're in alignment. The opportunities where the doors didn't open before were not in alignment. And you had to get to the new fishbowl to be able to see that. Okay? So that's the week energetically. We're coasting. Some of us have just need to take a little, float. And then we have these new supportive connections, caring connections, definitely a reiteration there. But then we have this great achievement with some anxiety. Maybe we're pushing too hard. Maybe it's time to just kind of allow. And then we have joyous fun and adjacent possibilities. Maybe you go to a party that you really wouldn't have considered going, but you got an invitation, you're like, why not? I'm going to try something new. And you go, and then you run into somebody who is in alignment with your goals. And it's like, hey, do you want to partner up? Maybe we can do something together. And that is your new path. All right, so let's see what the Animal Oracle has to say. Particularly interested in the major arcana that come through, because I feel like there's some big energies. Now remember that just a little while ago, the Sun and Pluto were in Aquarius at 0 degrees, fresh start. No wonder you feel like coasting, because it feels like when Pluto was in the last degrees of Capricorn, it just felt like those last degrees, things tend to speed up when these planets change signs. It was like it was speeding up, but do you feel it's somewhat ironic that Pluto and the Sun go into Aquarius almost at the same time? I mean, come on. That's just beautiful energy. So it's like a deep breath, just kind of coast, because it's been, I'm not going to say turbulent in the last week. I'm going to say it's been busy. Like things are just flying by. Everything just is kind of happening all at once. And I think I said somewhere back in the fall that when January came about, things were going to speed up. After the end of 2023, things were going to speed up. All right, I'm going to pull 6 cards. Basically, the first 3 cards are going to be where we are now, what's going on in the energy, and then I'm going to pull the other 3 are going to be on what's coming in this week. So I'll pull all 6. This one's nice. Okay. You'll see what I mean. Yep, absolutely. Exactly what I was saying. There's the anxiety piece right there. Last card. Okay. Yep. Okay. So for the first 3 cards, remember I said I was going to pull 6 cards? 6 of summer, 6 of winter, and the King of Summer. 2 6s. Now, the 6 of summer is kind of that soulmate. To me, it's soulmate energy. It's somebody coming back. They're like part of your soul tribe, soul family, and they're coming in. This is the supportive connection coming in. Somebody from your soul family is going to come in, or they have just entered, because this is where we are now. They have just kind of entered, or they're coming in. You can feel them energetically, is what I'm saying. And then we have the 6 of winter, which is the 6 of swords, which is smooth sailing. We just want to be on this calm water right now. We just want to float. And here, to reiterate that, is the 4 of swords. This is that, and look at how those otters are just kind of floating on their back. That's exactly what I'm picturing us all doing in the new fishbowl. So we have a lot of, here's the kind of a water element with this swords energy. Just look, I need to be smooth sailing for right now, the status quo, before I start to spend a lot more energy on a new project. The new project's coming in because we have this Ace of Spring. However, let's get to this King of Summer. King of Summer is King of Cups. This is you're mastering your emotions. Now, this has been kind of a turbulent, emotional 3 years. We have had to kind of filter our circle, and it's been challenging. So many of us, people who are twin flames, have had to pretty much make a choice whether if their twin was still in a toxic cycle. A lot of the counterparts had to just leave the cycle, just out. Just like, you know what, if you choose to recycle that karma, I need to put it behind me and move on. Others, it's been family members. Other, it's been work. Others, it's been homes. Other, it's been friends. I mean, it's just like there's just been this grand cycle of purging. and it's been able to, it was because you needed to move into the new fishbowl. The light workers are in the new fishbowl, and they're there to be protected, but it's also to give clarity. That clear, fresh water is crystal clear, so we can see things that we could not see before. So it's kind of like, okay, now I'm over the emotional upheaval part. All right, so then we have this for spring. This is, coast a little while. Give yourself an energetic break. For this week, have some fun. Give yourself an energetic break. If you've been working hard, reduce the demands on your schedule. Clear your agenda if you can. Only do what needs to be done. But if you've been really kind of trying to, and a lot of us getting our lives kind of orderly now that we made this transition to the new fishbowl. We want everything in our home to be kind of clean. We want anything that holds negative energy or lackadaisical energy. We have purged. We're focusing on our health and well-being, our spiritual growth. We are kind of taking charge of our transformation. So to check me out at the Organizer Advisor if you need some transformational help. We are well on our way to an every nook and cranny clean house. Totally restructured our wardrobe, daily health and beauty routines. All of our documents are organized, and we have done some organized to utilize those high frequency used items so that we can find them when we need them, so we don't end up buying them again. And we capitalize on the investments that we made on all the material things in our lives. Now, that has given us a great opportunity to decide what works for us and what doesn't. But now we're kind of almost finished with that process, so now it's like we're just going to coast. Now, here's the anxiety part. We have this 5 of winter. This is the 5 of swords. This is self-sabotaging. And now I'm going to tell you what this anxiety is all about. Some of us may believe that things are too good to be true right now. Like you've done all of this work and you're waiting for something bad to happen. And you're actually kind of expecting it. Like, you've gotten to the new fishbowl and now you feel like this big net's going to swoop in, take you out and throw you back into the old fishbowl. So you're starting to self-sabotage. Nope. You're in the new fishbowl. It's where you belong. Now, the only way that you can go back to the old fishbowl is if you choose to. That's the status quo. Do you want to stay in the fishbowl that you're in, clear, clean, fresh water, or do you want to go back to the toxic, dirty, polluted, colluded fishbowl? This is your choice. However, don't self-sabotage. See, you're being tugged. See that? Oops, sorry. See the tug of war between the two dogs? It's like you're allowing people to pull you back in. That's a choice you make. You get to determine what fishbowl you live in right now. Okay, so don't self-sabotage. You've earned your way into the fishbowl. You don't need to worry about being tossed out. All right, so then later on in the week, I feel like you're going to have this new opportunity. This is going to come through some of these joyous fun, these possibilities, these loving and caring connections. It's almost like everything's lining up. But the universe is just like everything may seem to be on pause right now because you're not seeing. There's a lot of behind the scenes work being lined up. It takes a lot of work for the universe to coordinate, for the divine to coordinate all of the little interactions, because remember, it's not just working in your highest and greatest good, but everyone in the collective. And everybody in this fishbowl, the universe and the divine are working to coordinate all of these interactions, these chance meetings, these caring connections, these great achievements. All of these things are going to be so closely orchestrated that it's going to be like magic. But you will see it now. Whereas in the old fishbowl, you couldn't see it. Now you will. All right, let's do bottom of the decks for the tarot. Seven of Spring. That's the Seven of Wands. It says believe in yourself. You've earned your way to this. You don't have to defend why you live in this fishbowl now. This is where you belong. All right, and bottom of the Angel of Balance. Remember when I said the 14 card, very balanced? It's because you're very balanced. Stay balanced. Just status quo, stay balanced. You're in a good place right now. Enjoy it. Go out and do something fun this week. Meet some new people. Look for those possibilities, those doors opening. It will be ever so subtle. But because the water is clear in the new fishbowl, you will see it. All right, friends, that is your reading for the week. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you again in the next video. Until then, I wish you health, happiness, and harmony. Don't forget to check me out at The Organizer Advisor. Bye now.